This is a video to show you how to do card S25, which is all about translations of shapes, how to recognise that a shape's been translated, and how to describe what's happened to it. So on your card, you've got some triangles, and we're asked to give 3 different descriptions of transformations. So these shapes are all pointing in the same direction. They've not turned, so it's not a rotation. They've not flipped over, so it's not a reflection. They're the same size, so it's not an enlargement. The only thing that's left that it could possibly be is a translation. Translation just means moved from one point to another. So they've literally just been moved about on the grid. They haven't flipped, they've not changed size, they've not changed direction. So the first thing I'm going to write for each one of these is that it is a translation. And I've got 2 options. I can describe that translation in words if I want to. So let's do that first. I'm starting at shape A. I'm finishing at shape B. I'd recommend you always pick a corner. So I've already indicated which corner I'm going to look at and see how it's moved. So to get from this corner of shape A to the same corner on shape B, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares to the left and 1, 2, 3, 4 squares down. So I translated it 6 units to the left and 4 units down. Okay, to get me from shape B to shape C, this one to this one, it's a translation again, so make sure you write the word. Don't assume the examiner knows it's a translation. Give me the word. So I'm translating it, and this time I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the right and 1 down. So I can write that in words if I want. I'm going 8 units to the right and 1 unit down. And finally, to get back from shape C to shape A, I'm going to go 1, 2 to the left and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. So I'm translating it. It's a translation. It's going 2 units left, and I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. There we go. And it's perfectly acceptable to describe those translations using words, but we do have a notation that makes it a little bit shorter for you and is what the answer on the back of your card says. It's called a vector. It's a big bracket with 2 numbers inside, so I could say it's a translation by a vector, and if I want to go horizontally, I put that number on the top of my vector. If I'm going right, I put a positive number, and if I'm going left, I put a negative number. So 6 units to the left, I'd put a negative 6 on the top. Negative to tell me it's going left, and 6 to tell me how far. I do the same on the bottom. So the bottom number tells me about vertical movement, a positive number for up, and a negative number for down. I want to go 4 units down, so I'm going to put a negative 4. Slightly more quickly now. Top number tells me horizontal. I'm going right this time, and right's positive. So 8 units to the right is a positive 8 on the top. 1 unit down, well, down was negative, so a -1 on the bottom. And the same for the last one. I'm going horizontally first, but remember left was negative, so I'm going to go -2 on the top. And then I'm moving up for this one. So down was negative, but up is positive, so I'm going to put a positive 5 on the bottom there. So it's just a little bit shorter to say translation by the vector -6, -4 than it is to say translation 6 to the left and 4 down. But they both mean exactly the same thing. So now that you've seen that explanation, you have a go at these ones. Give it a try using vector notation and see what you come up with. Press pause, have a go. And when you're ready, if you press play again, you can see the answers and see how you did.